We have, not in the sense of stature, but in the sense of population, Mr. Jeph Loeb. Mr. Jim McCann. Who are you, Jim? Tell everybody.
I just show up to the office every day.
Okay. It's captain of marketing.
I know marketing for Wizardworld comics. And
So
I tell them what they can and can't say. So they have themselves.
Pardon me. The Beast? Oh, Beast. Hey, Beast. How are you?
I'm also Captain Obvious.
All right. We're going to show you a few slides and maybe make an announcement or two, and then move on to your questions about the Ultimate Universe and all things Marvel. So, what is our first slide? Ultimate Power. Brian Bendis, Jeph Loeb, Joe Straczynski, and Greg Land. Jeph, tell us a little bit about Ultimate Power.
This is the first crossover between any universe and the Ultimate Universe. It sort of began out of the idea that it would be cool if the Squadron Supreme could pay a visit on the Ultimates. And it was Brian Michael Bendis who came up with the title Ultimate Power. And that's the only reason why we brought him on. Look at all those word balloons covering up the beautiful armor. That's Greg Land, the artist who will be, it's a 9-part series. It starts in October. The way that we divided it up, we sort of looked at it as like the Lord of the Rings. So Bendis does the first one, Straczynski does the middle one, and I get the big one at the end. What I can tell you is this: when this crossover is over, some will live, some will die, and some will be changed forever. There will be changes in the teams that stick. And you will see the results of that in Ultimates 4, which we will talk about later. And you will see right away over in the Squadron Supreme book.
Is it safe to say that the Squadron Supreme will kick the Ultimate Stars?
It's safe to say that no one can beat the Ultimate.
Really? Yeah! All right. For those of you who've been part of history from the beginning, Bendis and Bagley, they're counting down to issue number 100 of Ultimate Spider-Man. They've managed to do this in about 6.5 years, which is pretty remarkable. And a few short issues after that, they'll be breaking the Lee Kirby record. And it's going to be pretty special. So here are And now let's just squeeze turns.
No one stays dead forever.
So, Jeph,
Clone Saga.
What?
Clone Saga.
Yeah, Clone Saga is happening in Ultimate Spider-Man too. Do you have anything on Ultimates 2 or 3?
Nah, well, Ultimates 2 is going to be finished eventually. For those of you that keep asking the question, when is Ultimates 3 coming out? Here's the answer: when Ultimates 2 is done. And believe me, it's a blessing. It's particularly a blessing because we have another announcement to make about Ultimates 3. Chris Leitner, who you, if you don't know, you will know, is sort of the master of color painting. And what he'll be doing is something called digital color over Joe Mattier's pencils, which are incredibly tight and wonderful and beautiful. The only problem is that Joe Mattier specifically told us that we could not show you any of the artwork from it.
It's terrible.
And, I wish, because there was like some really cool stuff, and, I got surprised a new member of the team, and maybe a super villain that they were going up against, but I can't show you any of that stuff.
There's a great Black Panther page.
Yeah, I wish that people could have seen what it looked like. But Joe said, no, don't show that page.
Yeah, so we won't do that.
We won't be that. No, we did not.
Okay. Ultimate Vision, Mike Carey, Brandon Peterson, December 2006. Just have to look at this artwork to understand what's going on. It's just beautiful, beautiful stuff like that.
You can do it on.
And that's the new team on Ultimate FF, Mike Carey, Squall Ferry, August 2006.
That's that.
We have a few short weeks. But what you may not know is that this great arc that starts I think in 3 weeks, will directly lead into next summer's Ultimate crossover.
Ultimate X-Men 35, Ultimate Cable. It's not what you think, so pay attention. Robert Kirkman and Ben Oliver, continue. Okay, cool. We'll go back to the slides. Let's start with some questions. Who's got some questions for us? That's, yes, right here.
Do you guys think like crossing the Ultimates over with like another universe is kind of, it's almost like saying like one just wants to read the Marvel universe, regular Marvel universe, and the Ultimates come in, they have no idea what's been going on with the Ultimates. That'd be kind of confusing for other readers.
Wait, I'm sorry. Oh, you did, okay.
I think what you were asking is that if you're a regular comic book reader and didn't know anything about the Ultimate Universe, that if suddenly the Marvel Universe crossed into the Ultimate Universe, you'd be going, I don't understand, there's 2 Caps, there's 2 this, there's 2 that, is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
We agree, which is why they don't cross over. But the Squadron Supreme doesn't exist in that world. Squadron Supreme has its own little thing that Michael Straczynski does, and it's a great book, and you know, we all did it because you know, you could kind of make the argument that it's JLA Avengers, but I wouldn't want to make that argument. I hear other people make the argument. You know, it's cool.
And it's not like Hyperion's going to run into Ultimate Hyperion. That's not going to happen. So, does that answer the question, or?
Yes, I just thought you guys had plans to cross over, like have the crossover thing where they
No.
Earth 1 and Earth 2 thing going on.
No, we never said anything like that. As a matter of fact, I've denied any reports of us doing that. I just don't. Yeah, we did it with Ultimate Zombie, with zombies, but that was kind of, we kind of lied to you guys.
Also, we kind of hope that the people that were reading the book understood that zombies were different than the regular characters. They were dead and they were zombies.
But also to that point, I honestly think if we actually crossed, it's not like stuff like this hasn't happened in comic book history where all of a sudden, how many times does Superman without Superman? I don't think it's necessarily a confusing situation. I think it's just kind of a cool moment. So, okay, cool. Next. Yes, sir?
I personally think that Ultimates is your best line that you guys do in Marvel, but when does Ultimates 2 end? I mean, I want it to end, so I want to know what happened.
Right, and so do we, man. Believe me. We want to We're dying for this thing. We need to know what happened. Look, Brian Hitch is amazing, very meticulous, perfectionist. He also gets into a story, and Mark can write a 22-page story, and all of a sudden we get a 40-page story. I'll tell you a behind-the-scenes story, just to tell tales out of school. When we got the script for Ultimate 12, the finale, it was 36 pages long. And Brian, we just wanted Brian to get past the hump, and we wanted to get him on to his next project. And I know these guys really kind of, as much fun as they had on this book, they really want to move on, and say what they have to say, and it's taken a long time. But Mark insisted, I need the 36 pages, I really needed to finish the story, so we're like, okay, you know what? We've never really, put any sort of real, publishing trappings on this book. Can we at least take those 36 pages and turn it into an extra issue? An issue 13. Can you make it, here's 136, here's 44. 44 pages, just divide them into 2. I don't know if we can do it, don't know. Finally, they agreed. They were going to do it, an extra issue, 22 pages each, 44 pages. So Mark hands in the script for number 12, which is the next final issue now, and it comes in at 26 pages. Okay, I can do it. About 20 some odd pages into that story, we get a call from Brian saying, you know, Joe, I need 36 pages to tell this story. So now issue 12 is 36 pages again. And they managed to finagle an issue 13.